get started. This is our October 14th team chat. And tomorrow, a lot of exciting things happen with Pampered Chef. First of all, what's the big thing tomorrow?
Our anniversary.
40th anniversary. Yay.
40th anniversary. And it's Thursday. So we have the booking blitz tomorrow at 6:45, and it's a big party bash. You need to check in tomorrow at the for the booking bash with a party hat or something fun, and be ready to celebrate and get some bookings. And then following that is the opportunity event. So if you have parties going on now, or you know someone who would benefit from the business, be sure to invite them. Let me know, and we'll get them in the group. Okay.
Is that at 8 o'clock?
Tomorrow night, Alice?
That's at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, yes.
Okay, and are you doing it?
No, I don't do it again till November.
Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm actually working on somebody. Actually, I'm working on 2 people, but I can't make any promises for tomorrow yet.
Okay. Well, you can just let them know it's there and see.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. Another thing that the fast track is a little bit different. And you all that did it in the past, everything is posted in 1 week, but definitely you can pace yourself for when you can do it. In fact, we used to take a week to do what is covered in a day now as far as homework and recordings. So if that's what you need, then that's fine. If you want to go right through it, that's fine too. It's different people that are presenting, so it's not just Becky. So there will be some different ideas shared in there. So
it's really been good. I've really enjoyed what I've gotten done.
Yes, yeah, you've been working really hard, Karen. So
that's good.
Yes, this week Becky is posting the recordings from the top recruiters in our organization, probably the top 8 recruiters of about 3,000 consultants. So it's a good resource right there. Yeah.
Top 8. Okay.
Yep.
So can I ask, what was she doing last night? Because I couldn't log on, but what was, because I was thinking that maybe when it was all week last week, that was the whole October, but then I saw there was an invite for last night. So then I was kind of confused how October was running.
Well, it is going to repeat itself. So the information that was given last week will start over again this coming week. So people who, like if you have people who get on the opportunity event tonight and decide to sign up, then they could do the fast track next week.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. And then there's like a week, you can call it a break, but she does other things like the recruiting, top recruiters tell all. And then the call last night was sort of like were you on it, Carolyn?
Call last night.
The October fast track.
No, I wasn't on it last night. I had to watch a recap of it because last night was, it wouldn't open for me. I don't know what the story was. I think my computer was having trouble because I couldn't get my face up and there were a lot of things going on last night.
Did you send me the link for last night, Alice?
Yes, it should be in the October fast track group.
Oh, it is? Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Did you listen to the playback, Carolyn?
I listened to part of it, Alice. I got part of it in, and then I got interrupted because we had other phone calls. I had calls that I had placed out, and now people were trying to call me back. And so I was trying to be aware of that, but I've been up since about 5:20. I got up this morning. I went to bed at 11, but I was up at 5:20 this morning trying to be sure that I was ready, lining everything up. And I've got those crazy exercises I got to get in every day. So I did that too.
In a minute or two, what did she cover in that call or in a sentence or two?
Well, my books are out front, but when she was talking about, there was a gal that was on there that was talking about recruiting. I got the right call, I believe. Anyway, she was talking about recruiting and she was talking about how she did it, how she contacted people, talked to people. and how she talked to them at every stage of the game when they were hosts, but she didn't limit it to that. She talked to people elsewhere. You remember one time when you told me that you would go down the kitchen aisle at Kroger? I said, what did you do that for? I don't understand that. And you said you would go down that kitchen aisle looking for people that were looking for kitchen gadgets. Well, this gal was talking about something similar to that, how she would go out and, like, I like to go and talk to people as well, but I also like to make phone calls to talk to people. Phone calls are easier for me than texting, although a lot of times you can't reach people by phone, so you have to do texting. But she was talking about reaching out to people that were not in shows, said she doesn't limit it to that. That's what this young lady was talking about. And I don't remember her name, but that's what she was talking about.
Okay, well, I think that sounds like a recruiting call, Carolyn, because Becky did the call last night. And it's kind of like, I think it was a check-in, Karen, on, how are things going with the fast track group? And
Okay.
and accountability.
I have the wrong call, Alice, in my brain. I could have the wrong one in my brain. I apologize. I'm sorry.
That's okay, because I think Becky did that one. She kind of recapped it on a call today. We were taking care of David last night, so unfortunately I haven't gotten a hold of it.
Okay.
So I will, and I'll look up the, I'll tag you guys where I see the playback on that.
Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. We appreciate that.
Sure, no problem.
Karen and I are very grateful. I'm sure Aaron is too,
I know, I always appreciate getting tagged. It's like I pay attention to them. Okay,
Right.
Well, that's what I just want you to know I'm working on it. So that's why, actually, Becky said, tag your director. So
yes,
I've been tagging you on my comments so that you know I am working on it.
yes.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even think about doing that, Alice. I just do my work, put my head down, do my work, don't even bother you. I should do that.
Oh, that's okay. The other thing what's the other big thing that's happening tomorrow that's pretty exciting?
The vanilla and cinnamon and all that's coming.
Are all available now tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Those are stronger than the other vanillas and cinnamons that you buy off the shelf at the store, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, I don't know if this will be helpful. I can post the link in our group, but I have noticed a couple of posts on, a couple of those Pampered Chef image groups where people are just like, consultants are like outraged at the price of $39 for vanilla. And there's a gal who I think is an admin in the one group. Her name is Kristen Barb. And or Becky Dowd, I can't remember which one, but I think it was Kristen, said, if you even know anything about vanilla and what has happened over the past 2 years with the weather and where it's coming from, and vanilla took a big hit. And I knew this, if you even buy imitation vanilla, which I never do, but I mean, it's like, you notice that it's gone up. And I can get Madagascar bourbon vanilla at Finley Market, but it's not double strength. And it's still pretty much the same price as what we're charging. I think the last bottle I bought, and this is because Pampered Chef had discontinued it, I think I paid $12 an ounce. So that would have been $48 for a 4-ounce bottle, and ours is $39.
Yeah.
So it's very much in line. But my point was, Kristen or Becky put a link to explain why vanilla is where it's at in terms of price, and had suggested that people share that link so that maybe customers would see that or read it and say, oh, well, then maybe this isn't so expensive,
Yeah.
And if you want me to post that in the group, I'll be happy to do that.
Aaron?
Yes.
Aaron.
Oh, Aaron, sorry.
You probably appreciate that with all your baking that you do, right? Really good vanilla, the value, I mean that.
Yeah.
And so this is really, really good vanilla. And it might be worth going live when you're going live in a party. Mention to people about this.
Good idea.
That it's exceptional. It really is. And the cinnamon is Karenji cinnamon. It's the best cinnamon in the world. And I mean, I've had it. I don't, you get a big jar. I don't use it up, and it keeps its flavor. It's really, really good. And the cinnamon plus, last year they didn't come back with that. They just came back with the cinnamon and the vanilla. So now they got the cinnamon plus, which is like a pumpkin pie, and with the nutmeg and cloves, and it is so good.
I mean, it takes the place of like 3 or 4 spices, you
Yes.
know, and I think that's how we have to market that. At least I have been, to say, well, you know, if it calls for pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon and cloves and ginger, blah, 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 then you can just use this.
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a combination. So I just use that instead of like all the others and just combine the same amount.
Huh.
Yeah. So,
Thanks.
I mean, it isn't, neither one of them, the cinnamon or the vanilla, the cinnamons or the vanilla are not cheap, but they're worth every penny.
I agree.
So
I
good.
agree.
And
You were just explaining that the vanilla at Finley Market would have been $48 and ours was 39.
So at Finley Market, I can buy a 1 ounce bottle at Dean's
Okay.
Mediterranean. So a 1 ounce bottle at like, whatever it was, $12 for a 1 ounce bottle, and ours is a 4 ounce bottle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it's not double strength. So if the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons, you only have to use 1
Huh.
of ours.
Right, right, I get it. But what I'm saying is if that's the case, then you're really spending $96 on the cinnamon, on the vanilla at Finley Market, as opposed to $39 with Pampered Chef. Because if it's double strength, Karen, you see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. From that aspect, I didn't think about it that way. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good point, Carolyn.
got to think of the usage, you know?
Yeah,
so ours is more like $5 an ounce
right.
instead of, or yeah, when you think of it like that. Okay, well, that's good. Let's see. The other thing, I don't know if you all have been noticing it, but when people order on the parties, have you been seeing even more past toast order on your parties? I have.
Yeah, but so.
They have.
Okay.
They
A
have.
few, not a lot.
If your best friend shows up as a past host, don't worry that she's had a party with somebody else, because what happens now is anytime someone placed an order in the last, since April till September, they're giving them that 10% discount.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
The way they did that was they marked them all as past host.
right. That's
So
how Courtney's came up.
yes, so it wasn't like your daughter had a party with somebody else.
Right. Yeah.
So
She said, Mom, my 10% came up that I was a past host. And I said, I think that's how it's showing up.
yes,
Yeah.
so what we have to be careful of though is that it will also show up that they can get a future party pick.
Right.
And the intention of the future party picks is to reward the host who
Right.
has bookings from that show.
Right.
So we should not be giving away 50% discounts to everybody who shows up as a past host. Only people who that party was booked from.
And I appreciate you saying that, because I know I called you about this, because I had a couple of people in my parties over the summer that said this person has a future party pick. And I'm like, how did that happen? You know, but then you explained that. So that was good to know.
Yeah. So it's like, because if you do give her the future party pick, the current host, if that person would have ordered it at full price, she loses out because she's losing half of the guests of that sale.
Right.
Order, we're losing commission on all of it because
Yeah.
if they would buy, so it's really a gift to the past host, that future party pick. So
Gotcha.
Okay.
I noticed that and someone explained it to me. So it's like, oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. The other thing to be doing is to make sure you're using the products. Remember, we still have the $40 off each kit. It's only halfway through the month. And
Right.
so you can use the products in any of the kits and mention that for $40 less, they can get this a kit that has that item in it. And last week, I just have to reiterate it. I think Becky went over this on the call last night, where she used the manual food processor because
Right.
it comes in each kit, and it's $60. So when you think about it, you do the math, the $99 kit this month is $59. And you get the entire kit for $59. It's $1 less than what you would pay for the manual food processor itself.
Yeah.
So, and this, when you think about that with the deluxe air fryer is $279, and the deluxe kit is $40 less than normal, like what is it?
$229.
239.
Yeah,
It's
$229.
$229.
So now you can get the deluxe air fryer $50 less when you buy the kit. So,
Right,
um,
right.
something to talk about in the parties. So, any questions about that or how to use those tools?
No,
Okay,
no, we appreciate it.
sure. Okay, and let's see. Oh, at 8 o'clock tonight, thinking of recruiting, there is, it's 8 o'clock Cincinnati time, I believe. I registered for it, but it's a Teach Me webinar for authentic recruiting.
It's at 9 o'clock our time.
Okay, thank you.
I took that call today. to
I
say-
did too.
Oh,
I took it today.
what'd you think of it?
Well, it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, there were
Yeah.
some things.
Any hot
There were
tips?
some things. That's,
Yeah, my
okay.
notes.
I apologize. That was where the recruiting part came in, Alice. That's where that, he was talking about recruiting people. She was a young lady, and she's got a new baby. And she's like, yes, less than a year old. And she was talking about the recruiting that she had done and the way she works with her team and the way she just keeps trying to promote the team. And one of her team members said she thought she could do $1,000 worth of business in a month. And this young lady said to her team member, yeah, you know what? You got $2,000 knocked. This $1,000 stuff's ridiculous. You can do too. Anyway, she kept talking to this kid. And in the meantime, the kid reached $4,000 last month. So she said she wanted her to go direct this coming month. And the gal said she didn't think she was ready to go direct. And this young lady who was on the call said, yeah, you're ready. Let's do it. So she's pretty good at recruiting and pushing people and knowing when,
And she's only been a consultant for like, what, 2 years?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's been
wow.
2 years.
And
I
she's
think
a
it's been
national
16.
executive director?
Yeah. Or
In
she's
2
on her
years.
way. I couldn't decide which. I couldn't decide if she was on her way or if she was already there.
Well, because I wrote it down under her name on her pictures, it said National Executive Director. Her name is Emily Kerrigan.
Emily, yeah, I knew it was Emily, yeah.
Yeah.
She was really good though, I thought. Didn't you, Karen? Didn't you get a
Yeah,
lot?
I thought so. Yeah, I took a lot of screenshots and I mean, it's so hard to kind of like capture everything. So
impossible.
I thought I was going to have to go back to my mom's tonight. So, but I might register for the 8 o'clock just to watch it again, just to now take notes on my screenshots.
Oh, okay, cool.
Good. Okay. So what
That's
is
where I
your-
got the recruiting stuff, Alice. I apologize.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Got
Yeah.
mixed up in my brain there. I left my notes out in the other room. I apologize.
No problem.
Now, my big takeaway from that was somebody asked a question at the end and said, well, like, what are the magic words? Like, what do you say to people? And she just said, there are no magic words. You just ask everybody.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's just putting it right down to brass tacks, There are not necessarily magic words. It's just, you just got to offer the opportunity.
She ends
Everybody.
every call and every text and every email and everything. She ends every one of those with at least one question, preferably two. That's what
She
told me.
also talked a lot about creating polls, POLS, on Facebook and Instagram. And she explained a lot, and that's probably the biggest reason I want to go back and watch again, because
Yeah,
they go through that stuff so quick, and it's just impossible to try to get screenshots and write down what they're saying and try to do the whole 9 yards.
mhm.
And if I can't get back on tonight, I'll just watch the replay. But I learned a lot about that because I've been toying with the idea of you know, leveraging my Instagram account for more business.
don't
Because I have a
not
lot
an
of other
Instagram
direct
account.
sales people that they do all of that stuff through Instagram and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And I got too much going on to kind of worry about that right now, but I'd like to know about it.
Erin, do you do it? Do you use Instagram?
Not really, no.
Okay. Okay,
Do
just
any of you
checking.
guys use Twitter? No, okay.
I have a Twitter account, but I use it for sports.
That's good. That's better than
That's
politics,
funny.
Karen.
Oh God, I wouldn't waste my time. No, I've got all my Twitter accounts linked up to the NCAA.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. So those are my updates. That's my ideas. What
Mhm.
questions? Anybody have anything to share with the rest, everybody else that hot ideas that you've been doing that you want to share? Questions you want to ask?
Here's what I found out this week. I've been having a booking snafu here. So anyway, I talked to Mary Jo Schofield. She's hilarious. She's from Massachusetts. Anyway, I talked to her this week and I said, listen, I helped you. Can you help me? Anyway, we were round and round for a few minutes. She called me on Saturday and we talked for a few minutes. She said, go back to January, February, and March before the mess of the shipment hit, and talk to those people in those parties and see what they purchased, and then send them a recipe for something big that they purchased. So I did that. And now while I'm doing this, I'm seeing people that I have a recipe for the fluted cake pan. It's a pound cake recipe. My friend Joyce Chastain, when she was dying, gave me this recipe. It's from her grandmother. She said, my grandmother's deceased. I was told I wasn't allowed to give it to anybody, but I'm not going to be here to use it. You need it. Here it is. I'm giving it to you. So I took the recipe and I've kept it in my recipe box and it's safe, I'm not. And so every time I sell one of these fluted cake pans, I give out this recipe. Well, I forgot to give it to one of these gals. So I sent it to her today and I said, listen, I apologize. I'm sorry. I forgot to send this to you. Here's the secret recipe from my friend's grandma. So I gave it. And I did that right before we got on here. But also right before we got on here, I talked to another lady who got messed up with a shipping problem. She said, we have a grandchild being born tomorrow. They're inducing my daughter. We're watching the 3-year-old. I can't do a party in October. Please call me back as soon as November hits. So that was cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Just keep going in the right direction. I'll figure it out, but that's one of the things she said to do. Send them a recipe. And then we have to be sure, and I've been doing this, to be sure we tell everybody they get the 10% discount so that they don't miss that. I don't want them to miss that.
Does that expire, Alice, a 10% discount?
December 31st.
December? Okay.
December 31st. Last
Thank
day
you.
of the year. Yeah.
And they can use it as many times as they want.
Oh, they can?
Mhm.
Yes, it's not just a one and done. I thought it was a one and done.
I did too.
Explained that to me the other day. It's all orders from now till December 31st.
Yeah, that's a good.
I did not, I thought it was a one and done.
Yeah, I did too.
Nope.
Good thing Alice pays attention to all the details instead of just,
Somebody's
Well,
gonna keep me straight.
Don't give me too much credit, Carolyn. I don't know.
oh my gosh.
There's a lot going on. So
Yes, there's so much going on this month. I can't keep it straight in my brain. Oh my gosh, it's like on overload right now.
so that's a good tip. I like that one. Going back to old parties and especially letting the people know about the 10% discount.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Unlimited 10%. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta let them know that, and they're grateful when you tell them that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad for that opportunity.
Okay. Any other questions? Anything else? Okay.
I have something about the template, but that can be offline if you want.
Okay. Well, we can do it after this. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, is it a general? Just a like personal?
Yeah, it's just you and
Okay.
me.
And I think Carolyn and Aaron use their own templates. So
Yeah. Now, Karen, I do have a question for you, Karen, but I'm going to send it to you in a text. Because
Okay, hold on. This is Pat.
okay.
Okay.
So I think that I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording then because I think we've
All
covered
right.